to the greatest show on dirt. It's the monster.
Cardiff, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam. We are going to start things off with the JCB Racing competition. All 8 trucks have been seeded into the bracket based on a random draw. We're going to follow that bracket from round 1 onto the semifinals and eventually onto the JCB Racing finals, where the fastest 2 will compete for the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. We're about ready to get locked in, but it seems like there's some trouble out on the track right out of the gate for Bernard Light and the amazing Spider-Man, as now you see some JCB equipment making its way over to the truck, which is never a great sign. That means he's going to have to get hooked. But in the meantime, Kay, I know there's something you want to talk to these Monster Jam fans about with regards to JCB Racing.
Well, that's right, John. And just to give you a little inside understanding on what's going on, they're saying that there's no power right now in the Amazing Spider-Man. I was talking to his crew chief right now, and he said it just wouldn't start. It died. The engine died on him. So they're going to hook him, and they're going to take him back to that crash zone and try to get a diagnostics on what's happening, whether it be, some engine trouble, whether it be electrical, or maybe, just something, a quick fix. So we'll definitely keep you updated on what's going on with Bernard Light and the Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, Kay, it's interesting because these electrical issues, they can be simple, but they can also be something that lingers not only throughout the competition, but throughout the event, and sometimes for weeks at a time. So while this could be something that's easily resolved, this could also be something that plagues Bernard Light throughout the rest of the competition here today.
Well, absolutely. And John, a lot of these, you got to think a little bit about these Monster Jam trucks. They're kept in shipping containers overseas. So there's a lot of moisture that can build up in some of these massive components of this Monster Jam trucks, and even the smaller components as well. So whether it be moisture, whether it be the fatigue on these Monster Jam trucks, you never know really, especially with these trucks here staying internationally here with us. I mean, that is also something to take into consideration when looking at these trucks.
And really quickly, before the Amazing Spider-Man is out of here, I know you and I were talking a little bit off camera about the Blue Groove out here on the track. Why don't you let the fans know a little bit about what they can expect, because that can cause some chaos in racing.
That's right. So what Blue Groove is, and I think we have a picture of it, that's what I've circled there up on the video board. That is called Blue Groove. What happens is when the dirt is compacted, especially around turns, those tires, the rubber on the tires will actually kind of lay itself down on top of the dirt, and that's what causes blue groove. So you're going to see that almost being like ice. That is definitely very slick. It is something that you're going to see these drivers have to make sure that they can, you know, either drive on top of it or manipulate themselves around it, so to speak. So that is blue groove, and that is something that, of course, you know, you kind of want to stay away from or use it to your advantage depending on what type of driving style that you have.
That is great stuff as always. I know you're going to keep me and the rest of these Monster Jam fans up to date with the status of the Amazing Spider-Man as best as you can. But it looks like we are just about ready to get started here this afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for JCB Racing? We are kicking off proceedings here this afternoon in a big way. Coming up first, the 37-year veteran, former World Finals champion, racing out of Maumee, Ohio, it's Charlie Pockin, Megalodon. His opponent, representing the Marvel Monster Jam trucks in his second year competing full-time here in Monster Jam, making his debut in Cardiff right here, right now, from San Diego, California, it's Brandon Arthur, Iron Man. All of the experience on the side of Charlie Pockin with those impressive 37 years in the sport. But yesterday, Brandon Arthur and Iron Man able to combat the track, able to take down the veteran. Of course, we've got a veteran versus a rising star to start things off here in JCB Racing as we get underway with the first Monster Jam action in Cardiff in Principality Stadium in over 5 years. I know how electric all of you have been throughout the pit party and how much you've waited for this event to start. And we are about to get underway right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, if you're ready for the start of JCB Racing, let me hear you make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just gotten some word from the Monster Jam officials that right now the pause is because of the issue with the Amazing Spider-Man sort of stuck there in the tunnel. For everybody who's on the same side that I am standing on looking down the barrel of that tunnel, you can see the traffic jam that has been caused by the Amazing Spider-Man and the inability to fire even though he's been hooked by the JCB equipment. Kay, while we have a moment, I thought we were about ready to get rolling, but that's how it is sometimes. Can you give us any update? I know you spoke to Mark Laurie, his crew chief. Is there anything else he can say about this Monster Jam truck?
Well, Mark Laurie actually just ran down into the tunnel, so we are waiting to get word, of course, on what's exactly going on. But also keep in mind how narrow and how tight that crash zone is. So for this JCB Dirt Squad to be able to maneuver and put these Monster Jam trucks into the crash zone, I mean, kudos to them.
Absolutely, and it looks like now both loaders are clear. The Amazing Spider-Man is clear, and now, without further ado, as our USHRA tech officials make their way back down the tunnel as well, look to the end of the stadium once you see the staging lights fire up yellow. That means that these Monster Jam trucks are going to fire as well, and they will make their way over to their respective starting lines. So I know we did this before Cardiff. I apologize, but let's get loud for the start of JCB Racing! Your winner is Iron Man. Just like he was able to do in yesterday afternoon's practice session, Brandon Arthur looking fast, looking smooth, taking down the 37-year vet. Megalodon leaving early here in JCB Racing, and that means that Iron Man is moving on to the semifinals. Coming up next, he is your Arena West Series champion from Williamsport, Maryland, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And his opponent, two-time Guinness World Record holder from Orlando, Florida, Barry Moosauer, Black Panther. And your winner is Gravedigger. Another incredibly smooth racing pass, this time from Matt Cody and Gravedigger, as he makes short work of Barry Moosauer here in round number 1 of JCB Racing. Gravedigger moving on to the semifinals. Black Panther headed home here early in round number 1. Coming up next, racing out of Davenport, Iowa, Miranda Kozad, Thor. And her opponent from Gothenburg, Sweden, Peter Nyman, Toro Loco. What a race! What a finish! Waiting the official word from the Monster Jam officials, and you see it now on the board. Your winner, Toro Loco! Peter Nyman able to make up significant ground in the final turn and push it across the finish line. He will take the win. He will head on to the semifinal round. And that means Miranda Kozad and Thor, a great effort, but she is eliminated here in JCB Racing. Fans here in Cardiff, fans watching around the world live on YouTube. I've been told by the Monster Jam officials that the Amazing Spider-Man should be good to go. And you can see some of the traffic by the tunnel now clearing out to make way for Bernard Light to make his way back out onto the track. And if you look up at the video board, you will see the JCB Racing bracket with just one spot missing there in the semifinals. And it was confirmed some electrical issues, a loose electrical wire his crew chief was able to get sorted, and now they are ready to rock with our final pair here in round number 1. Coming up first, he is your reigning, defending International Series champion from Lafayette, Louisiana, Blake Granger, Max D. And his opponent, racing out of Albany, Georgia, Bernard Light, the Amazing Spider-Man. Your winner, the Amazing Spider-Man! Ladies and gentlemen, what a turn of events in the last 10 minutes or so for Bernard Light. He experiences the ultimate low, not being able to complete the Power Rush intro, not knowing exactly what was wrong with the Monster Jam truck as he sat helplessly in the cab. His crew chief able to work on that truck, get him dialed in, and he defeats the champion in JCB Racing. So our final 4 is set. Iron Man versus the Amazing Spider-Man, Gravedigger versus El Toro Loco.
Monster Jam fans, this is the semi-final round of JCB Racing. The fastest 4 drivers have advanced to this round, but only 2 can make it to the final round. Now, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
Our first pair is set, and they are ready to go. We've got a good matchup, a classic Monster Jam matchup featuring Gravedigger and El Toro Loco. Two former independent Monster Jam drivers going head-to-head, renewing a great rivalry between the black and green and the orange and yellow. They're set. Let's go green. More trouble in the same turn, this time for Gravedigger. But you can see Matt Cody now popped out of that Monster Jam truck. I don't think that was on him. You can see him gesturing over to the Monster Jam officials. I believe this is an RII situation where his truck was shut off in the middle of the racing pass. We're waiting the official word to see. And yes, I have just been given word that the winner is indeed El Toro Loco. You can see how heated Matt Cody is out on the track, walking over to the backflip ramp to dispose of whatever came out or off of the truck. It looks like it was the headlight there on Gravedigger. And that resulted in an RIIK. I've never seen anything quite like that in my Monster Jam career. I understand why Matt Cody is upset, but what a turn of events for Peter Nyman as he can possibly win another stadium racing competition here in Cardiff.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the way sometimes this happens here at Monster Jam, and it was just the headlight there on the front left side of Gravedigger, and that was what caused him to get shut off. I mean, of course, safety our number one priority, but again, it was just the headlight. The Monster Jam officials, of course, wanted to make sure that everything was okay. It wasn't, anything worse than just the headlight, but of course, safety being number one, John, we had to shut him off. So it will be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco advancing on. Unfortunately there for Matt Cody and Gravedigger, this will be the end of his run.
With that being said, we have one of our finalists set and locked in, and that means we need one more. It is an all-Marvel matchup here between two of the best-known Avengers. It's Iron Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. It's already been an incredible run for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Will the incredible run continue for Bernard Light and the Amazing Spider-Man standing in his way? No slouch at all. Brandon Arthur and Iron Man. It looks like Brandon Arthur is locked in. Bernard Light's locked in. Let's go green! Your winner, Iron Man! A very good race run right there by Bernard Light and the Amazing Spider-Man, but too much Brandon Arthur as Bernard Light is headed home and Iron Man is moving on to the finals here in JCB Racing. Well, Cardiff, it has been an eventful JCB racing competition. But just like that, we go from 8 of the best drivers in the world down to the fastest 2 as they will race for the win and the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. Are you ready to meet your final contenders? Coming up first, the driver with the faster time, getting lane choice, choosing to remain in the lane that has been so successful for him so far. It's Brandon Arthur, Iron Man. His opponent, looking to win his second career stadium racing competition win right here in Cardiff. Peter Nyman, El Toro Loco, Cardiff, let's go racing! There's your winner, Iron Man! For all of the drama, for all of the intrigue throughout that entire competition, one competitor stayed steady throughout the entire race, each and every single time, no matter who he was lined up against, no matter how long he had to wait, and he rides that momentum all the way to 8 points and the racing win. One more time for your winner, Brandon Arthur, Iron Man.
Brandon, congratulations. We're debuting for the first time Ironman here in Cardiff. This is your first time here in your career, and you did it coming out of the gate with your first win here, JCB Racing.
Yeah, I know it feels good, how awesome. You know, I wasn't sure how well I was going to get along with the dirt, and obviously we got along pretty well and got comfortable quick. You know, we had a tough matchup the whole way through, and we made it happen. Like you said, it's my first time ever here in Cardiff, first win here at JCB Racing in Cardiff, and I'm looking forward to get the rest of the event going.
Brandon, now with this one in your pocket, I mean, we're going to move on to our second competition here in just a little bit, Smith Skills Challenge. Do you feel confident? Do you feel the momentum going your way?
Yeah, you know, I do actually. It feels pretty good to get, you know, start the event off with a win. Obviously, we can't complain about that. And luckily, a few weeks ago, I got to do a lot of practice down in Paxton at MJU and be able to work on my two-wheel skills. So I'm really looking forward to going out there and throwing those two-wheel skills down. These Monster Jam trucks are incredible when we go up there and bounce them on 2 tires. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, I can tell you that.
Congratulations, Brandon. Let's make some noise for your JCB Racing winner, Brandon Arthur in Iron Man.
Take a look up at the video board, check out the replay of the finals, and you can see right there with a great push across the finish line, that was the difference between Iron Man and El Toro Loco. And now, if you keep your eyes fixed on the video board, you're going to see where that difference remains. Iron Man, of course, off the strength of that win, will grab 8 points. He's off to an early lead in the BKT overall event standings. Not far behind is El Toro Loco with 7. Then we've got a tie between Gravedigger and the Amazing Spider-Man with 4 points apiece. And after that, we've got another deadlock, this time 4 ways. Black Panther, Max D, Megalodon, and Thor, all with 2 points for failing to make it out of round number 1. Still plenty of points up for grabs, though. Anybody can walk away with the trophy here this afternoon. Coming up next, we are going to see the Smith Skills Challenge. And this is where you're going to see some of the most technical moves in our sport put on full display. Keep in mind, all the competitors are going to have 2 attempts at a 2-wheel maneuver or just 1 attempt at a show-stopping donut. And you might see things like stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, moonwalks. You may even see a move that you have never seen before. Your scores are going to determine the winner at judgeszone.com. Coming up in just a few moments, it's the Smith Skills Challenge.
So Monster Jam fans, this is just to give you a little update on what's happening down here out on the track. You see some of the technicians there working on their trucks. What they're doing is just looking over the truck here for the next competition, the Smith Skills Challenge. They're also doing some shock adjustments. Now, the tighter the shock, that is going to absorb that shock, especially if they get a high jump, and especially for, say, your Monster Jam freestyle. But during racing, the shocks were wide open. They were very, very loose. So a lot of these technicians did some shock adjustments so that they can get ready for the second competition and then move through into Monster Jam Freestyle. So that's what they were doing. Of course, making sure that all the other components to make these Monster Jam trucks work are effectively working. They're effectively making sure that everything is good to go. So literally, they're just looking over the trucks, and we should be good all to go here for the second competition.
Monster Jam fans, since we're about to get underway with the Smith Skills Challenge, Smith's is a great place for you to head on over to check out your Spin Master Monster Jam trucks. That's right, the entire line of Spin Master Monster Jam trucks. The detail is absolutely incredible on those, and you can check them out at your local Smith's Toys Superstar. And without further ado, let's get into the Smith's Skills Challenge. We're going to check in with Jabari Thomas on how all of you are going to help crown our winner here at judgeszone.com. Jabari, what do you got?
Yeah, that's right, John. Everybody here in Principality is going to score these next competitions. Like I said earlier, Monster Jam is totally unscripted, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. If everybody would take out their mobile device and go to their web browser and head to judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. We also have this QR code on the Monster Jam video board. Okay, judgeszone.com. You're going to see that city code. The city code is CAR. CAR is your city code at judgeszone.com. Now, you guys will have 20 seconds after each competition to lock in those scores. It's super easy. All you have to do, you see that BKT tire, you slide that all the way up in the green to score high, or you slide that BKT tire in the red to score low. And then you guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Are you guys ready for more Monster Jam? Cardiff, let's hear it for El Toro Loco. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
Peter Nyman making it look easy there in El Toro Loco and styling along the way, shooting the signature smoke out of the nose of that crazy bull, balancing on those front two BKT tires, showing love to either side of the stadium as he does it. And like Jabari said, this is your first opportunity to lock those scores in. You can always check out the instant replay up on the big screen while you are locking in those scores as a little bit of a reminder of what you saw, not only for this run, but all the runs still to come here in the Smith Skills Challenge. Let's see what you came up with for El Toro Loco. .836, and that is your score to beat. Coming up next, Barry Mooseller, Black Panther. Perfectly executed slap wheelie right there, and he has one attempt to go.
Let's hear it for Barry Musauer in Black Panther. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com, and we also have that QR code on the Monster Jam video board.
Of course, the highlight for me from those two attempts is the first one that you're watching on replay right there. The slap wheelie, able to walk that out almost the entire length of the track. Then he goes a little bit old school, goes for the big air. And I've seen Barry Musauer execute a sky wheelie a lot. I did not expect to see a rollover there, but I think he just got caught a little bit right there where he lost the center of gravity in that Monster Jam truck. May have been able to save it if he was not shut off by the officials, but of course you have to keep the rest of those Monster Jam trucks in mind as well, just too close to the boundary. So he winds up on his side. Now the question becomes, was that run enough to give him the top spot, or will the score remain with El Toro Loco? And you have spoken. Second place for Barry Musauer and Black Panther 6.540.
What's happening, y'all? Jabari here in section 404. I have a couple of fans here. What's your name?
Harry.
And you?
Maxine.
Okay, you guys ready? We're going to play something called the Helmet Shuffle. Everybody in here in Principality, help them out, okay? This is how it works. We're going to hide a trophy underneath one of the three helmets. The helmets will shuffle around. You have to keep your eye on the one with the trophy underneath it. The trophies will stop. You have to guess where the trophy is. You got it? Here we go. Keep your eye on it. We're going to set it underneath the middle one to start. And here we go. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Okay, I need everybody in this section to help them out, but it looks like both of them already have an answer. What do you think?
3.
3?
3.
3, okay. The boys say 3. Let's see if they are right. Is it under 1? No. Is it under 2? Oh, you guys are right. It looks like it is under 3. High five. High five. That was the Helmet Shuffle. Now, Cardiff, who's ready for more Monster Jam?
Back into the action here in the Smith Skills Challenge with more Marvel Monster Jam action. Miranda Kozad, Thor.
Make some noise, Cardiff, for Thor. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Little bit too much rotation there as Miranda Kozad was coming off of the ramp. The beginning of that attempt was absolute perfection, exactly what you wanted. It looked like she was trying to combo out of that move, switch from the front BKT tires to the rear BKT tires, but again, unable to maintain the center of gravity that you need when trying to balance a Monster Jam truck. Remember, they are 5,500 kilos apiece. Let's see what you came up with for Thor. 5.977. She will slide into third place for now, which means her score to beat will continue to belong to El Toro Loco. And I'm told right now, Peter Nyman is standing by with Kay Young. Kay, what do you got for us?
That's right, Peter Nyman, currently our leader here in the Smith Skills Challenge, and two great poppers off of the step-ups. I mean, you've got to feel really great about where you are right now.
Oh, yeah, that felt really good. I mean, I was able to find that balance point, and that's something I've been practicing on for a little bit. I did not make the combo, though, like perfectly the way I wanted to. Wanted to pop it up on the wheelie and walk it back over the pod right there. But, yeah, you know, a little more practice, and then we have it. So, but I'm feeling good.
It looks like it was pretty steep. Do you think that particular pod was a little steeper than what you're accustomed to?
I think actually that popper it felt great. I mean, like it was so easy to put it right up there, and I have to give it to the dirt crew, like the dirt guys that build these tracks all around the world with absolute precision. Like, frankly, they make us look good for sure.
Most definitely. I mean, right now you're standing in the lead right now with a good solid score. You've got a couple more drivers left. Is it kind of nerve-wracking to watch the rest of these drivers, especially when you have to go out first?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Going out first is always tough. And I mean, there's not just any drivers left out there to do the – I mean, Blake Granger and Max D, his two-wheel skill has been on point lately. So you guys are in for a treat for sure with these auto trucks coming up.
Peter, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Everyone at Peter Nyman, he is El Toro Loco.
Good time to check in the Smith Skills Challenge leaderboard. And, of course, El Toro Loco in that top spot, 7.836, followed by Black Panther with a 6.540, and then Thor with a 5.977. And that is the order in which all of these trucks have run so far. Each one of these competitors coming out, El Toro Loco setting a high bar that neither competitor thus far has been able to surpass. We'll see if any of the rest of the competitors, 5 more still remain, can jump in to that top spot. Of course, Monster Jam fans, we've got that incredible looking JCB equipment out on the track right now. Shout out to the JCB Dirt Squad, not only for building the Monster Jam track that you see before you, but for the incredible equipment provided to us here and all over the world by JCB, keeping Monster Jam built throughout the world. Some of the best tracks that you could see, all courtesy of that JCB equipment. Meanwhile, take another look up at the video board and check out some of the criteria that you want to keep in mind. You've been doing a great job so far with the scores at judgeszone.com. Some of the moves that you want to look for. And remember, the competitors will have 2 attempts at a 2-wheel trick or 1 attempt at a donut. Yet to see a donut thus far in this competition. It remains to be seen if we will see one. After an early exit in JCB Racing, I know that this next competitor is coming out here with a vengeance, known for some old school, known for a little bit of new school, and fans here in Cardiff have not seen him in about 14 years. Here he comes in the Smiths Skills Challenge, Charlie Puckin, Megalodon. Looks like he could be lining up for a bicycle attempt. We'll see if he likes what he feels.
Let's hear it for Megalodon. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com, Cardiff.
Charlie Pawkins showing you exactly what 37 years behind the wheel of a monster truck looks like in that run. Unbelievable precision there on the front two BKT tires and then riding the sidewalls on that bicycle. Will it be enough to take over the top spot? Remember, your score to beat right now belongs to El Toro Loco. Your score for Megalodon is... we have a new leader, 8.778. Charlie Pawkins now all alone in your top spot. Coming up next, looking to make it 2 wins in a row, it's Brandon Arthur, Iron Man.
Make some noise for Brandon Arthur in Iron Man. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com is up to you, Cardiff.
Brendan Arthur opting to go to the front BKT tires not once but twice. First one, a move that we've already seen before, going for that stoppie into that nose wheelie, that handstand position. But the second one, he gets to that position in a different way. He backsides the race ramp with that popper. Will it be enough? It is not. Only a 7.508. He'll take over third place. Your score to beat, though, still with Megalodon. No doubt this next competitor looking for some retribution here in the Smith Skills Challenge. It's Blake Granger, Max D. Look at the balance right there from Blake Granger. He finally sets it down with one attempt to go. Look at the way he's turning the rear wheels on purpose, working that rear steer while holding the balance.
Make some noise for Blake Granger in Max D. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Blake Granger making that look easy. I know we've seen a few trucks get on the nose, but nobody holding the truck in suspended animation the way that you've seen Max D do it now. And like I mentioned, working the rear steer along the way. Blake Granger, fresh off competing at World Finals for the two-wheel World Championship. Now the question becomes, will it be enough to take over the top spot? Right now, it belongs to Megalodon. Your score for Max D is... We've got a new leader, 9.081, Blake Granger, Max D. Coming up next, Bernard Light, the amazing Spider-Man.
Make some noise for Bernard Light in the amazing Spider-Man. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Bernard Light opting for the donut and executing to perfection. Remember, Monster Jam fans, all these competitors have the option to either go for one donut attempt or two-wheel maneuvers. And take another look at the revolutions right here from the amazing Spider-Man. Picture perfect. But now, is it enough? A very good score, but not enough. Bernard Light just shrugs that one off. Fourth place, 7.579. Before we head into our next competitor, which is also our final competitor here in the Smith Skills Challenge, take a look up at the video board. Remind everybody in the house, including Matt Cody, of the scores that they need to contend with. Max D, 9.081. The only competitor off that 9-point threshold. That's going to push everybody else down. Megalodon goes into second. El Toro Loco rounds out the top three. Bernard Light and the amazing Spider-Man slots into fourth place. That pushes Iron Man into fifth, Black Panther into sixth, and Thor down into seventh place. Without further ado, here comes Matt Cody, Grave Digger. Gravedigger holding steady. Matt Cody with a good amount of real estate in front and behind him. Opting now for the moonwalk. Let's see how far he takes it. He will set it down with one attempt to go. Looks like he is setting up for the moonwalk off the trench box backflip ramp. He gets it to stick. Look at the balance.
Let's hear it for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. You can also scan that QR code.
I'm not sure how these scores are going to shake out, but Matt Cody had an excellent run, and he has done all that he possibly can to take over the lead and grab the win away from Blake Granger and Max D. That is a run he can be proud of right there. A good ovation for Matt Cody as he pops out a Gravedigger as well. Once again, the scoring is in your hands. Take a look at the highlights there. Unbelievable precision using the backflip ramp to get up on those front tires. Remember the score to beat, 9.081 with Max D. Your score for Gravedigger is not enough. Third place for Gravedigger, and that means that your winner is Blake Granger, Max D. He comes storming back to take the win here in the second competition. One more time for your winner, Blake Granger, Max D.
Blake, 2 great attempts there here, and that gives you the win. You collect your first 8 points this afternoon. Congratulations.
Yeah, you know, watching racing, I don't know what I did. I tried to throw it into the first turn. I'm trying to go too fast for the dirt. Got my brother Bernard here with his good donut. Spider-Man, man. He wraps me up in that web and he throws me slinging. But you know, it's all about having fun out here with my brothers, man, and my sister Miranda, wherever she's at. But hey, you Cardiff fans, man, thank you guys for coming out and supporting Monster Jam. Matt Cody and Gravedigger, he just threw down one awesome run. He should have got a 9 in my opinion. Maybe you could have gave us a tie or something, but hey, it's all about having fun out here. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam? Let me hear you.
Very exciting, and I know we're going to go into the second half in just a little bit. We've got Monster Jam Freestyle. I know that is everybody's favorite right now. I mean, how do you feel now that you collected your first win of this afternoon?
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to take a win in any one of these competitions, man. You got Charlie Palkin, Barry Musauer, Brandon Arthur, a rookie going out there and winning racing. Peter Nyman over here from Sweden showing all us American boys how to drive. And man, it's just so much fun to come out here and try our hardest to take a win. It's not easy. So hats off to all these drivers. But hey, every single person sitting in these stands right now came here for one reason, and that's Monster Jam Freestyle. And I tell you what, it doesn't matter if we backflip or not. Every single time those lights come on and that Max D truck fires up, I'm going to lay that pedal to the floor and I'm going to drive that truck as hard as I possibly can, just as Tom Mintz would do. He trained me, he taught me everything I know, and I promise you guys, we're not going to let you guys down, and the rest of the competition better look out. We might have messed up in racing, we might have won 2-wheel, but we want that freestyle win, and I can tell you right now, they need to open that roof, because I'm coming for it. Let's make some noise, Cardiff. Let me hear you. Woo!
It has been an electric first half of Monster Jam here in our return to Cardiff. Congratulations to both of our winners. Of course, Brandon Arthur in JCB Racing and Blake Granger from just moments ago in the Smith Skills Challenge. But right now, this is halftime. It's the perfect time to get out of your seats, stretch your legs, walk around the concourse, and check out an official Monster Jam merchandise stand. Sit tight. We're coming right back with more Monster Jam.
Hey, Cardiff! It's time for you, the fans, to get Monster Jam Freestyle started. I need everybody to take out your cell phone lights. Come on, everybody in the building, take out your lights. I see them popping on. Take them out. I need everybody now, once you have your lights on, to go with the beat. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up. Woo! We have reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle!
The clock is paused. 75 seconds remain. That's how much time Bernard Light has if he can refire that Monster Jam truck. And I've just been given word that the truck is broken and the run is over. Let's hear it for the amazing Spider-Man. Head on over to judgeszone.com, lock in that score. But remember, whatever score you decide on, he will have 1 full point deducted. He did not fill enough time at judgeszone.com. Take a look there, some of the highlights from the run. He was off to a great start. It's a little bit of bad luck for the amazing Spider-Man and Bernard Light, but that's how it goes sometimes here at Monster Jam. Like Kay said earlier, sometimes the trucks just give out. We'll see what you came up with here. And there it is, a 5.879, which means you came up with a 6.879, but he will lose 1 full point for failing to fill at least 1 minute. We'll check in with Kay Young now. Kay, what do you have for us?
So I'm getting word that is a possible issue there with the Amazing Spider-Man was a planetary issue. So what's going on with the planetary is that you're going to have multiple gears, usually 3 or 4, depending on what kind of planetary you're running, around the sun gear. What happens is from the engine through the drive shaft, it pushes power into those gears to help turn the Monster Jam or BKT tires to drive power to those tires as well. So what I'm getting word is that it's a possible planetary issue. Unfortunately, though, we won't see Amazing Spider-Man back in action. This is the last competition, so they're going to take it back, work on it, and then, you know, it'll be shipped off to London here next week.
Okay, yeah, it all happened right down in front of where I'm stationed, and I can see that rear tire completely locked up, and I think a lot of fans can see it, the rear right not spinning at all, and that looks like a busted planetary for sure.
Yeah, a planetary usually only takes about 20 25 minutes to fix as long as there's nothing else wrong with this Monster Jam truck. So say we had another competition, we would most likely see the Amazing Spider-Man back into the competition.
Either way, the fans came up with a good score for Bernard Light, but once again, he will be deducted 1 full point. That's a rule that we instituted over at the Superstar Challenge at the end of last season. It was very popular among the Monster Jam drivers and the Monster Jam fans, so it's something that has been here to stay. And there is your score to beat, 5.879 with the Amazing Spider-Man. Coming up next, we are going to keep it with the Marvel Monster Jam trucks. We go from the Amazing Spider-Man to Miranda Kozad and Thor. She might be lining up for a backflip attempt. With 30 seconds to go. Make some noise for Thor. Lock in your scores, judgeszone.com. Not a moment to waste. You know the code, CAR for Cardiff. It was a good run, punctuated with that backflip attempt, but could not quite stick the landing. Almost corkscrewed out of it just a bit. Landed hard on that rear BKT tire. You saw some smoke fly up. You also heard the breakage throughout the stadium. So definitely a lot of damage done to that Monster Jam truck. Remember, the score to beat right now belongs to the Amazing Spider-Man. We're going to see if you reward Miranda Kozad with a new high score. Let's see what you came up with. 8.678. Yes, indeed. A new leader, Thor, now in your top spot. Let's catch up with the man she just pulled the top spot away from, Bernard Light, standing by with Kay Young.
Bernard, I know freestyle didn't go the way that you wanted to. It locked up planetary issue, but nonetheless, you always come with a smile. You always come with the energy, and I know you have been having a great time here in Cardiff.
That's just one of those things. Thankfully, I can say I'm always having a great time because the energy so far, Cardiff, that y'all have given us has been incredible, and that's keeping me in an awesome mood right now, even though it's one of those situations where I couldn't give you exactly what I wanted to, but this is Monster Jam. We have no clue what's going to happen out there. It's one of those, I had a little bit too much momentum when I came down, and it just snapped like that or whatever, but these trucks, we put them through so much. As you can see with Thor out there, she just tore it up, and it was awesome, was it not? Let me hear it.
You're kind of at the mercy of these Monster Jam trucks, and you know that from experience. You've driven a lot of different Monster Jam trucks throughout your amazing career as well. I mean, with the way the technicians are here, especially overseas, I mean, they've done such a great job. Your technician as well done a great job as well to try to get your truck ready to go.
Listen, I cannot tell you all how important, and I want the camera to look at all of them real quick. Put your smiles on. I cannot tell y'all enough how important each and every one of these crew chiefs and technicians are, because we absolutely cannot do what we do without these guys, and we appreciate each and every one of them. So, real quick, to make sure y'all are listening, I want a round of applause for all of the technicians in the house right now. Let me hear it.
Bernard, thank you so much, and of course, we'll continue to watch the rest of how Monster Jam Freestyle unfolds.
What's happening, beautiful people? Jabari here in the stands. What is your name?
Oliver.
Oliver. Okay, we're going to play something really cool. He's going to play a game called Name That Truck. This is very simple. We're going to slowly piece together one of our Monster Jam trucks, and he has to guess which one it is. Here we go.
Spider-Man.
What was that?
The Amazing Spider-Man.
He said, I don't know how he knew it that fast. I promise I didn't give it away to him. He says it is the Amazing Spider-Man. Is he right? It is the Amazing Spider-Man. High five, Oliver. Great job, kiddo. And that is how we play Name That Truck. You guys ready for more Monster Jam? Let's do it.
Just 2 trucks have gone, 6 remain here in the freestyle competition. Take a look up at the video board. Check out the leaderboard. Of course, Miranda Kozad and Thor, she reset the bar with that 8.678. She leaps over the Amazing Spider-Man, who will fall into 2nd place for now. But once again, still 6 more trucks to come here in the freestyle competition. Take another look up at the video board. Your score's always important, but so important here in the final competition with 8 points on the line. You saw how close the scores were heading into this competition. Only 2 points separated 1st place from 3rd place. Peter Nyman, El Toro Loco, looking for his first career stadium overall event championship. Is he going to do it? A lot remains to be seen here with the freestyle competition. It's going to come down to your scores. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for more Monster Jam Freestyle? This guy has worked so hard in his Monster Jam career, from the independent scene to crewing on Monster Jam trucks, and now he is on the cusp of an overall event championship. It's Peter Nyman, El Toro Loco. Let's hear it for El Toro Loco. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw the time on the video board. Peter Nyman left 105 seconds on the clock, which means he will not get a score at judgeszone.com. Some bad luck as he gets caught in that turn, unable to save it. Take another look up at the video board. Again, a driver must complete at least 30 seconds to qualify for a score, so no need to head on over to judgeszone.com. But what a day for Peter Nyman. Let's give a round of applause one more time here for El Toro Loco.
Well, I'm currently standing by with Miranda Kozad, driver of Thor. What a wild backflip to end your Monster Jam freestyle here.
That was absolutely incredible. I wanted to land it. I can honestly say, though, that the truck was broke before I actually lined up for it. So I kind of, I was just going and hoping. I'm like, I'm doing this backflip for all you guys out there. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. But are you guys ready for some more freestyle?
They're definitely excited for some more freestyle. How's your time been here in Cardiff? I mean, this is your first time. We've talked a lot about that. Some of these drivers, obviously, first time as well. But what's it been like here for you?
It's been absolutely incredible. It's been very cold, though. A lot of people came through my pit party, and I'm going to honestly say, though, I'm definitely warmed up now. The adrenaline is pumping, so I'm not cold anymore. I have no idea what Spider-Man is doing back here, but just being Spider-Man, that's what he's doing. But yeah, it's been an absolutely incredible time. I cannot wait to come back already. I'm really sad that it ended like that, but it was so much fun, honestly.
We loved watching you out here, of course, you know, throughout the entire competitions as well. Miranda, thank you so much. Everyone, let's hear it for Miranda Kozad, driver of Thor.
Take a quick look up at the video board, ladies and gentlemen. And remember now, of course, El Toro Loco does run there at the end, but he will not get a score, which is why he does not appear on the leaderboard currently. After all of the trucks have run, El Toro Loco will be right there at the bottom with a DNF. That is a did not finish.
All right, I'm Jabari back in the stands, and I have Dean, who is 18 and is actually much taller than I am, but that's okay, though, because Dean right here has one thing to say.
All right, Monster Jam fans, I need you to get so loud that this entire stadium comes off. Ready? Hit the bell! Hit the bell!
Let's hear it for Gravedigger. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Of course, a great Gravedigger freestyle run needs to end with a little bit of carnage. They don't call it the black and green wrecking machine for nothing. And that's exactly what Matt Cody delivered here as he throws down a big time run and ends on his side right in the center of the track. But now the question becomes, was that run enough to give him the top spot and pull it away from Miranda, Kozad, and Thor? It's going to be up to your scores, of course. I hope you've had the chance to lock them in because you have just about 5 seconds left. 2 clicks submit, and right on cue, scores are locked. Let's see what you came up with for Gravedigger. More than enough to be a new leader with the 9.339. Matt Cody and Gravedigger now in first place. Another quick shout out to the JCB Dirt Squad. Of course, JCB in general for providing us with all the equipment to build these Monster Jam tracks and recover these Monster Jam trucks. Not only here in Cardiff, but all across the world.
Monster Jam fans, we are having so much fun here in Principality. Now we're about to play a game really fast. This is going to be so cool. We're going to learn a little bit about Monster Jam and Monster Truck. So feast your eyes on the Monster Jam video board and let's see what this question is. I need everybody's help. What year was Monster Jam's first event in Cardiff? I know I've talked to a lot of you who have been here for that event. 2006, 2007, 2008, or 2009. It was hard to see that. Let me know, shout it out if you know the right answer. Come on. A, B, C, or D? All right. B, D, I hear D. Let's try D. Okay, it was actually me. 2007 was the first year, or first time ever, Monster Jam came to Cardiff. Well, that was the trivia. Let's get ready for more Monster Jam, y'all. Come on.
Matt Cody standing triumphantly atop Gravedigger after that absolute burner of a run. He was 2 points behind Peter Nyman for the overall event championship when this competition started. And of course, Peter Nyman gets the DNF. Now Matt Cody and Gravedigger in the lead. That might be enough to seal the deal for the overall event championship, but other competitors still stand in the way before we decide, most notably Brandon Arthur and Iron Man, who is still to come. But a great ovation for Matt Cody right there, leaving it all out on the track here in Cardiff in Principality Stadium. And of course, you've seen some amazing Gravedigger drivers over the last several years, the likes of Morgan Kane, the icon Dennis Anderson, and Matt Cody, all World Finals champions to visit Cardiff and represent for the black and green wrecking machine. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen some incredible freestyle runs, and we still have so many more competitors. But Cardiff, I need to know if you guys are going to be pumped up and ready for our next competitors. But now we see a little bit of trouble there with Gravedigger. Of course, Gravedigger's day is done. Kay Young, I know you're sitting there in crew seating. What are you seeing over there with Gravedigger?
We have some of our technicians now looking over at Gravedigger. We saw a little fire coming out, looks like from the exhaust maybe. The brakes, actually, I was just getting word from Matt Cody, the brakes. So what they're doing is just putting that out right now, but I think everything else should be good. Once the USRA HRA safety officials there in the yellow and black, make sure that everything is good over there.
Great shot there from your camera, of course, in crew seating. And shout out to Matt Cody, a guy who knows these Monster Jam trucks in and out. Able to provide that information after providing an unbelievable freestyle run, a first place run, a run that might see him leave Cardiff with the overall event championship. Time to get back into the action, this time with Brandon Arthur, Iron Man.
Make some noise for Brandon Arthur in Iron Man. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. It's up to you, Cardiff.
Brandon Arthur and Iron Man with a big time punctuation mark at the end of that freestyle run. And then literally punctures the tire and I think breaks a tie rod along the way, but he lands that Monster Jam truck after the backflip. So now your job is that much harder at judgeszone.com, deciding on a score. Did he do enough in that run to take over the top spot? Will he pull it away from Gravedigger? It is all up to you. And I hope that you are locking in those scores. You know how quickly that 20 seconds flies on by. Right now, Gravedigger in your top spot. Let's see your score for Iron Man. It is good, but it is not quite enough. Second place, 9.293, which means Matt Cody and Gravedigger still in the lead. Let's hear from that man right now.
Yeah, Matt, you're still in the lead. I mean, after watching that run, I know that you're getting a little nervous there, but I mean, what a crazy freestyle from all of your competitors.
Yeah, hey, first off, Cardiff, Wales, let me hear you get loud. We're getting there. Hey, man, first time ever coming here for myself. Man, I knew you guys have seen some awesome events in the past, and I wanted to come down there, burn it down the Gravedigger way, big air, some crazy saves, crash at the end. Man, I have my eyes on that backflip ramp like I told everybody in pit party. If I can make it there, I will backflip. But hey, unfortunately, we just kept going too hard, took a bad bounce, rolled it over. But hey, I felt the love. I appreciate the scores. The other guys and girls are out here tearing it up. You guys are getting one heck of an event. And like Bernard said earlier, when the camera went back here, if it wasn't for these guys back here, we wouldn't be out here doing it. We're tearing it up, and they're going to work on it tonight, tomorrow, and we're going to take it to London and do the same thing. But we got 4 more trucks going. I can't wait. It's getting crazy. So get loud for me one more time. Let me hear you.
Three more trucks to come. Take another look up at the freestyle leaderboard. Gravedigger still sitting above the rest. 9.339. Iron Man slides into second place, 9.293. That's going to push Thor down into third. The Amazing Spider-Man will fall down into fourth. Remember, El Toro Loco has also gone, does not yet appear on the leaderboard as a result of that DNF, which means 3 more competitors still to come, including the former Freestyle World Finals champion, Charlie Pauken, and the reigning International Series champion, Blake Granger. Here comes the 2-time Guinness World Record holder, the first ever showdown winner, former Monster Jam Rookie of the Year, Barry Musauer, Black Panther.
make some noise for Bari Musauer in Black Panther. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
Bari Musauer putting together a very good run, start to finish, and he puts the punctuation mark on the end with that big time donut. Of course, Bari Musauer, the two-time Guinness World Record holder, and he did it for doing donuts in a Monster Jam truck. Really pulling out all the stops. The question is it enough for that top spot? Let's find out. It is not. It's a good score, but that is not nearly enough here today. 8.572. Coming up next, Charlie Puckin, Megalodon. Clock is paused for Megalodon. 61 seconds on the clock. Just over a minute if he can refire that Monster Jam truck, but he lost all power. Headed towards the container, headed towards the backflip ramp. Very good run from the former Freestyle World Finals champion, Charlie Puckin. We see some of our USHRA tech officials making their way over to the truck to diagnose if he can refire. Charlie Puckin still looks like he's strapped in the seat. The fact that he's strapped in is still a good sign. They're looking underneath at the shocks, and you can see them on radio. Some of you folks can see them radioing back up to the Monster Jam officials, and I've just been given word that the run is over. Let's hear it for Megalodon. He will, of course, receive a 1-point deduction for failing to fill 1 minute. He was just on the outside of that 1 minute, leaving 61 seconds on the clock. If he was able to go for 2 more seconds, he would have been able to get his full score. It was a good run. A little bit of bad luck there for Charlie Puckin. And I think leaving a minute on the clock is going to hurt his chances for an overall event championship, regardless of your scores. Speaking of, let's see what you came up with at JudgesZone.com for Megalodon. 8.472, another good score, but once again, not going to be quite enough to take over that top spot. Not here today. Take a look up at the video board and see where things stand as Charlie Puckin slides into 5th place. Gravedigger still in the top spot. Kay, you have an update for us for Megalodon.
Well, like we said, you know, safety is our #1 priority here at Monster Jam, and there was said that there was some fluid coming out of Megalodon, so this is definitely a safety concern for not only our driver Charlie Pocken, but of course for the Monster Jam truck as well. So just on the side, Air, we caution on the side of Air, we don't want him to continue his run, so he'll be coming back over, and we will be ready to go.
Cardiff, Wales. Up next, the reigning International Series champion, one of my good friends. We tear it up on the track and off the track. Blake Granger, Max D.
Make some noise for Blake Granger in Max D. 20 seconds to lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com. It's up to you, Cardiff.
Blake Granger leaving it all out on the track there in Max D, the busted planetary. Midway through the run, he would not be deterred. He would not stop. He rips off an incredible donut. Maybe not the way he wanted to end the run, but unbelievable awareness from Blake Granger and Max D. Now, the question becomes, was it enough for the freestyle win? Your score to beat is with Gravedigger. The score for Max D is not enough. That means your freestyle winner is Matt Cody Gravedigger.
Matt, congratulations. Freestyle winner here, collecting another 8 points here. I mean, for you being the first time here, or was it your first time here? Yeah, first time here. It's got to feel incredible here to win this freestyle.
Hey, man, I'm on cloud 9. We were in Dresden, Germany 2 weeks ago. Clean sweep, took in both overalls. and it feels just as amazing. Come right here, first time ever, Cardiff, Wales, for myself to take the overall. Man, we were getting fast in racing. Unfortunately, we got shut off for losing a headlight or something like that, but man, that's in the past. Laid down some great skills, threw down an awesome freestyle, able to take the win without a backflip. That doesn't happen many times, but I felt the love from all of you. Thank you guys, and a big round of applause for this guy right here. Man, he's been putting that truck back together every time I drive it, and he's always in my ear, pumping me up, telling me what to do, and he's right there to fix it no matter what, no crying, always a smile on his face. This guy's crew chief of the year right here. So Cardiff, Wales, thanks for coming out, supporting Monster Jam, supporting Gravedigger, and supporting us, and we'll see you next time.
All right, we are going to take a look at the video board. We're going to crown an overall event champion. Will your 8 points be enough?
8 points added to the score for Gravedigger. 18 total points in all. Your overall event champion is... It is Matt Cody Gravedigger.
Man, we'll let Max D have a little moment there. He's just trying to show off at the end. But, man, thank you guys. Like I said, this trophy means a lot to us. Man, we come a long ways to come out here and do this. And I don't like to just come out here and drive around. I want to come out here and give you guys an event, drive it into the ground. Like I just said, that's his trophy. He deserves it. He works on it. He makes it great. I just drive it and look good for all you guys. So like I said, thank you. Thanks for coming out, supporting Monster Jam, supporting Gravedigger, and supporting us. And hopefully we'll see you next year. Until then, have a good night.
Congratulations to Gravedigger and Matt Cody for yet another overall event championship. The first in 5 years here in Cardiff at Principality Stadium. It has been absolutely electric from the moment the pit party started all the way through the event. And that is thanks to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. For my co-hosts Jabari Thomas and Kay Young, I'm John Sapanaro. On behalf of Feld Entertainment, we'd like to thank you all for coming out. And we'll see you at the next Monster Jam!